Hey, what's up, y'all? It's time for another missing persons case, and we unfortunately are going to Florida again. I promise we will get out of Florida one of these days. I could do a whole you could have a whole channel full of nothing but Florida missing persons cases. This is Brittany Dumolo, and she is a 29-year-old female, and she is from Cape Coral, Florida. And she technically was reported missing on the June 19th of 2020 by her boyfriend, Gabriel. They share an apartment in Cape Coral, Florida. And I have a little video I want you to watch of her family searching for her. So take a look at this video, check it out.
Love her very much. I want her safe, I want her home, and I want to hold her and hug her.
29-year-old Lauren Dumolo, last seen on June 19th at her apartment in Cape Coral. Her father says it's unlike her to have no contact with her friends or family in 10 days.
Never missed calling me or talking to me on Father's Day. She missed it this year.
Police have since located her phone and purse, but still no leads into her whereabouts.
She's my oldest daughter. It's hard for me as a father to imagine that my daughter just disappeared, and that's it.
Lauren's father, Paul Dumolo, is pleading to the public for answers. His daughter, 5 feet, 110 pounds, with light brown hair and brown eyes.
She's very sociable. She has a big tattoo on her side that says Namaste. Worked 2 jobs until the COVID. Then she was working another job in North Fort Myers at a Taco Bell.
This man frequents Four Freedoms Park and says he'd often see Lauren in passing.
She likes to sit over in the shade and meditate, so she's really harmless.
Now, while I was doing some research, I found a lot of older stuff, and then today there's actually been a new article that was posted on the NBC2 news website in Florida, and so that's what we're going to go off of a lot today. I will say that there's no suspect that has been named. Now, I haven't talked to any family. I haven't contacted anybody on this case. I kind of just jumped on it. She hasn't been found. She's a hard-working, sweet-looking girl, just a doll, and she deserves to be found. Her family deserves some closure, which either way. Her dad did make a statement where he does believe that she has been murdered. He does not believe she's alive. She's actually considered a missing and endangered person. But her dad literally, in this article that I read today, stated he believes that she is dead. And until he has any other information that proves different, then that's what he thinks. Because his daughter would never leave. They don't think she would ever leave. We have 2 different stories, sort of. We got Gabriel's story, her boyfriend's story, who says that on the morning of June 19th of 2020, he saw Lauren before he went to work at 6 a.m., and that he never saw, spoke, or even got a phone call from her through that day. Even though now reports are coming in through her phone pings and through phone information, data, that somebody made a phone call from her phone to him via Facebook at 10 o'clock in the morning. He denies that happened. So we have a lot of her family saying one thing and then him saying other things. According to Lauren's sister, Casey Carey, police were able to track down the last time her cell phone was used. It was just after 10 a.m. in the morning. Lauren, or someone using Lauren's phone, tried to video chat her boyfriend on Facebook. He did not answer. He says he was at work, and as I just said, he says he didn't receive a call, that he doesn't have that. So he says he saw an apartment. He also says that he spoke to a maintenance man in the apartment, and the maintenance man, this is according to this, and also according to Gabriel. So I'm saying Gabriel is saying these things. Gabriel said that he talked to a maintenance man, and the maintenance man said that he saw her that morning also. That's not what the police say. That's what Gabriel says. Gabriel also says that he took a lie detector test and that he's cooperating with police. Now, that's all Gabriel's story. What I also have heard from the other side of the family is that he has not been any He has not been a part of any searches. In this article, he seems to give a lot of information that he did not have anything to do with it. He would never hurt her. He loves her. And this is a good article, and I'm going to drop it below. You can totally look over and read it. Pretty interesting. But her family thinks, her sister and her dad believe that it's very suspicious that she wouldn't leave her phone. She has no money. She has no clothes. She has no nothing. She's poof. She's just gone. Another thing that recently happened, as I said, technically June 19th, she's technically missing. And then June 18th, according to her family, they think that was when she was missing. Due to her last contact with them was the 18th, the text message, saying that she would talk to them the next day, which she never did. Obviously, she never has spoken to anybody ever again. Her purse was also found that same day in the park, so that kind of either proves she was in the park, or it either is a setup that she was not in the park. No one saw her at the park. There's no witness coming forward saying that she was in the park. She's literally, from what we gather, and I have the map right here, she's 3 minutes away from the park, and she does appear to spend a lot of time at this park. Now, the police did take a long time to get this for some reason. According to this article, it says that, that they just had a hard time. They had some technical difficulties of some sort. This is what this article says, that it literally took them 5 days to really get the search going. Well, 5 days since she was missing. You know what you can do in 5 days? A lot. And around all that body, there's water all over Florida. Just in this park, there's water. If you guys watch these crime videos and crime shows, look what Gannon Stock's stepmom did. I mean, she drove from Colorado all the way to Florida, in 5 days. I mean, if they waited 5 days, if somebody actually did something to her, they had plenty of time to get rid of it. This is what irritates me with a lot of these cases are like, what the fuck? But, whatever. So, in the meantime, Lauren's family has been, and the cops and everybody are searching, from June 19th onward. Well, June 20-something. They were looking already, but the cops finally got involved. They brought dive teams out to the park. I think they got dogs. They got all kinds of shit going on out there. Okay, well, guess what? On July 2nd, a t-shirt of hers pops up. A shirt of hers. Supposedly buried in the sand. So that is a real brain scratcher because, and her sister and everybody saying, hey, we just searched this area twice that same day. Not to mention they've searched in the same park. Very, very strange that her shirt would suddenly, pop up. Here is the statement about the shirt. We did find a shirt. It's here at the police department, explained Cape Coral lead detective Nick Jones. We do believe that it is hers, but I don't have anything to confirm 100%, but we do believe that it's hers. Well, can't they do some kind of DNA on this shirt? I mean, can't they? Detective Jones has been working on the case since the middle of June. Yeah, this is where he says, due to an error in the report, detectives didn't start investigating until 5 days after she was heard from. According to her family, nothing was done till about Wednesday when the officer took the report and went back into work. Wow. Why was her phone at the apartment? Her phone was left at the apartment, but not her purse. Her purse was at the park, and then days later, then her shirt is found at the park and is buried. It seems a little shady. So according to Gabriel, he's cooperating with the detectives and that he did take a polygraph test. I don't know whether that's true or not. He states, I don't need to be nervous because I really didn't. I don't know anything, he explained. Lauren's boyfriend said that he didn't hear from her after he left work. He claims he did not get a call or a text from her in the morning, despite phone records saying otherwise, according to her family. He thinks that she was looking for an apartment or something to get them out of an apartment. I don't know. It's been stated also in this, she's not a drug addict. She's not a self-harmer. She doesn't have any kind of mental illness, anything like that. Seems to be just a good working girl, you know. So if you have any information on Lauren's disappearance, or what happened, or any kind of tips, you contact the Cape Coral Police Department at 239-574-3223, or call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-780-TIPS. So what do you think? Do you think that maybe, here's some theories, maybe she got into a fight with this guy on the 18th, and, you know, he did something with her that night. Did she actually go to the park and then manage to get kidnapped, help somebody out? I mean, there's really not a lot of clues in this case. I mean, you either go with whether that the boyfriend did it, and there's not a lot of evidence. They're not like letting everything. Seems like that they could really find some things out about this boyfriend. What time was he at work? Tracking, and then obviously there's going to be able to track him. So hopefully there'll be some more information. But now it's been quite a bit of time. You think they would already had the phone records from him and the tracking, you know, whatever kind of Google tracking they got. From his information, you think that if he was actually guilty, or he did something, or took her somewhere and dumped her somewhere, that they would, you know, have that information already. But I don't know. I mean, I hate to. They always look at the boyfriend. They always look at the boyfriend, the husband, the wife, the girlfriend, shit like that. So that's your one suspect. But of course, if she walked off, maybe she helped somebody with a flat tire. Maybe, you know, you can always. I always go back to sometimes to Ted Bundy. Oh, I have a broken arm. Can you help me? Can you imagine? Poof, you're in your car. Bam, you're in your car. Y'all know Ted Bundy? He'd grab them girls, knock them in the head, and then they'd be gone. Just watch any kind of Ted Bundy, you know, movie about him. Yeah, and he was slick. And if you get the right kind of slickness, you can get these girls. And there's so many people disappearing. To me, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they do have some evidence that the boyfriend did it. Maybe. I don't know. But that's your two little. Could it be the maintenance man? Could have been a maintenance man. Literally, could be a random person, you know. So, you know, I always put some theories out there, just be like throwing stuff out there to see what's up. But unless it's just plain as day what it is. But all right, well, thanks for watching, y'all. Make sure that you share this video. Help get Lauren home. Get her family some closure. Give me a thumbs up, give me a like, give me a subscribe. I may do a live stream here a little bit later tonight. And thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all later.